We welcome in the one and only Stan Van Gundy. He's doing analysis for Amazon now, Amazon Prime Video. Stan, welcome to the show. And let me start right there, actually. What's been the experience like working at Amazon? Because I wonder, for someone who's doing the game broadcast, is it pretty much the same no matter what network you work at?
Well, yeah, the broadcast itself is the same, and I'm working with, some people that I've worked with before. Ian Eagle, I worked with at TNT, so I'm used to working with him. We've got directors, producers, cameramen that I have worked for, but I really have enjoyed Amazon, the entire team. I think they're very committed to making this the best project possible, both in the studio and on game broadcasts. Obviously they're a tech company and they want to integrate more and more of that as time goes on. So I think it's going to be fantastic. And, I think it's like anything. I mean, you've worked in the NBA also, and now doing what you're doing. When you work with people who are committed to putting out a good product, it's tremendously motivating. And that's what I've experienced at the NBA on Prime so far.
Stan, I work with people right now who are committed to torturing Chris Cody. He had a challenge today, a punishment he had to do, where he had to eat 99 nuggets in the span of the show today. We have about less than 40 minutes to go in the show. He's at 66. Do you have any words of wisdom that you can share with young
I'm struggling,
Cody?
Stan.
I don't think you're struggling. I think you've got this with no problem whatsoever.
Yeah.
I think that this was a gimme. I would have.
Wow.
Yeah, I would have been betting on you all the way.
Would you go sauce or no sauce on the nuggets?
Oh, no sauce.
Really?
Yeah, you just don't need the extra. You don't need the extra calories. I mean, you're looking for every bit of space you can get.
Chris, how do you feel?
I'm feeling like
Cote said he believes in you.
I feel like I did it though. 66. Pick up sticks. We're done here.
Can we get you to at least get to 70? Like 70.
70's right.
4 more nuggets, man.
Chris, you can get to 100. Come on,
right,
man.
Stan.
Wow.
I appreciate the support.
Way to coach him up.
I like it.
70's a good. All right, I'll try for you.
All right.
Coach, good to see you. Hope you're well. What's your read on this entire Ja Morant situation? How do you see this thing playing out?
I have no idea. We've seen this so many times in so many sports, right? I mean, you get a star player who's clearly not happy about where he is. The thing that I think, Mike, more than anything is it's just really a shame because this guy was one of the true stars, still is, playing in the league. But, I mean, he was a guy that everybody was excited about. And over the last 3 years, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I mean, it's been one problem after another. And I think it's a shame. This guy was one of the bright, shining young stars of the NBA. And now it's just become a sideshow.
Hey, Coach, how much responsibility, if any, does Tomas Isalo have during this situation? Like, what is he supposed to do right now? He's been the coach for 8 games. Clearly, he's changing or wants to change the way the team plays, and his star player is making a mess of the situation. Like, what's he supposed to do?
Well, look, I mean, I have no idea what happened going into this. What you read says that last year, Tomas Isalo was brought in to, while Taylor Jenkins was still there, to change the offense, and Ja Morant didn't like the change of that offense. Now, how much they talked to him, explained what they were doing, I have no idea. But you're always going to have conflicts. I mean, that's just the way it is. You're going to have conflicts, and how you handle them is in large part going to determine the success of what goes on. I don't care where you are. There's nothing that is smooth and easy. I mean, you look at the Golden State Warriors, the dynasty of this era in the NBA. And you know, there's great cohesion between Steve Kerr and, say, Draymond Green, but there have been a lot of bumps along the way. It's always going to be there. That's just the nature of highly successful people with big egos. And I don't say that as a negative. I don't look at big egos as a negative, but you have highly successful people with big egos who think they know best working together. There's going to be conflict, and you've got to learn to get through that conflict. So hopefully Memphis will be able to figure that out. Hopefully Ja Morant and Tomas Ishilow will get on the same page, but it's just not easy.
Coach, one of the things that seems like the new wave around the league is these decentralized offenses that de-emphasize pick and rolls and ISOs and try to get more motion going. Miami's having great success with it, but also you look at the Knicks, you look at Chicago, Memphis to some extent. They're all kind of experimenting in this space. Why do you think traditionally we haven't had a lot of those types of offenses in the NBA?
Well, I think what's happened more than anything is the pace of the game has picked up so much that the coaches are teaching more concepts, principles offensively than running set plays and things like that. And so I think that's been the biggest thing. Now everybody, when they need a bucket, is still going to their stuff, their people, and trying to have more control over who's going to have the ball in their hands. But in general, we're just letting guys play. I think that the positive of that is that more people are involved offensively, which I think players enjoy. I think the downside of it is if you're a team that doesn't have a great depth of quality players, you can get yourself into trouble. You probably want to be back more where you're keeping the ball in the hands of the guys who can make plays. And so I think some of these teams trying to play that style with rosters who aren't good across the board end up looking worse than maybe they should.
Stan, even though it's just 7 games, what the Heat are doing right now, the scoring, how fast they're playing, it's a style of play we're not used to seeing them play here. Like I said, it's only 7 games, but have we seen enough to think that this is sustainable and they're going to be able to have success like this?
Yeah, I think so. Now, it depends on how you're going to define success. This is still not a championship-level roster. I think what it is like it is every year, in my opinion, with Eric Spoelstra, is he's always going to find a way to maximize the talent he has on hand. And we've seen teams across his head coaching career play very, very different styles based on who he has had, and he's done it again. This is not a guy whose teams look the same year after year after year. He looks at his roster, he tries to figure out how to maximize it, and they have really tried to up-tempo this thing this year. And it's going to be really, really interesting to watch. I think it's sustainable because, especially at the offensive end, what they've done so far has been done without arguably their best offensive player in Tyler Hero. So I think when he comes back, it certainly makes it more sustainable. And I just love watching. Look, I'm biased because I worked with Eric for a long time, but I think even unbiased people, more neutral people, would tend to agree. I think it's always interesting watching Eric's teams and the way that he finds a way to maximize that talent.
Is anyone off to a slow start that you're especially surprised to see?
Well, I mean, there's always early in the year. Look, I think neither New York or Cleveland are off to great starts. Orlando, I thought was a team really on the rise, and I still do. I mean, we're just early, but they took another loss last night and are at 3-5. In the East, I think those teams, Minnesota in the West, has not been off to a good start now. Anthony Edwards is hurt. I guess those would probably be the biggest surprises to me, but I wouldn't say nothing that happens in the first 8 games of the year is a surprise. Amin's been around it. I would be interested in his input on it. I got asked the other night on our broadcast by Iron Eagle how far into a season before you think you have a pretty good handle on who teams are, and I think 20 games. I think you've got to be a quarter of the way into the year, and even then, that's only if your team has been reasonably healthy before you know what you have. So 8 games into the year, I don't think a lot is really shocking. We'll just have to see how things play out.
Absolutely, Coach. I always like to remind people, 8 games into the year, this is like a game and a half into the NFL season. So if you were at halftime of game 2 of the NFL season, everything's awful, everyone will call you overreacting there. It's the same thing for us at this point. 20 games is the same thing I've always gone with as far as feeling like you got a feel for a team.
Yeah, I totally agree. It takes time. And to be honest, I think it takes coaches that long to really know what they have. So we were just talking about Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra, he's going to go into the season with this plan and style of play, as all these coaches are, but there's always going to be tinkering. Now, he's not going to go back to walking the ball up the floor. That I would bet on. But there's always tinkering because you as a coach need time to figure out who your team is. Oklahoma City probably does not, and they know who they are. But a lot of these teams, you need time to figure out if what your plan was, if what you thought you had will actually materialize on the court. So we will see these teams change as the season develops. And I always think that's one of the most interesting things to watch, at least from a coaching standpoint for me, is the adjustments guys make as time goes on.
Coach, the Sixers are in a weird place because they have 2 windows that are open, right? They've got the young core that looks really good, but they also have PG and Joel Embiid, who doesn't look really good. Where do you see the Sixers this year?
That's a great question. We just had their game last Friday, and I think it's really interesting, especially in the PG part of it. Like Joel Embiid, you're going to just keep hoping his health comes around and that he can be a huge part of what you do. But the problem with the Paul George situation is, number one, I don't know where Paul is as a player at this point. As you get older, and especially when you're coming out a lot of the injuries, I don't know where he ranks as a player. What we do know is whatever minutes Paul George gets are going to take minutes from some of those really good young players, because let's remember, they've still got Jared McCain too. So you've got Maxey, Edgecombe, Jared McCain, Kelly Oubre's playing the best basketball of his career. Where are the minutes for all of these guys? And does Paul George getting 30, 32 minutes a night help you or hurt you in both the short term and the long term? Those will be decisions that Daryl Morey and Nick Nurse are going to have to figure out as time goes on. Do you move on from a guy like Paul George, see what you can get for him? Or do you think you've got a team that can contend in the East? I said going into the year, Philly was the biggest wild card in the NBA. A lottery team from last year, but with the talent they have, and Edgecombe early on has been even better than I expected. This team could be as good as any team in the East. If you just match up their roster right down the line, why would they not be able to compete with Cleveland and New York that people expect to be at the top? Now, the probability is they don't stay healthy. Let's face it, that's just been the history of these guys. But if they are, they're as good as anyone in the East.
Coach, offensive rebounding is on the rise all across the league, and it's led by none other than the Houston Rockets, who've been playing this massive lineup with Thompson at the point and Durant and Şengün, and a 2-big lineup with Şengün and Adams, although they started Josh Okogie the other night. How sustainable do you think that is, just playing big and just beating people up on the glass?
Yeah, look, I mean, first of all, they got a little bit more not a little bit, a lot more go-to offense with Durant. And so I don't have any doubt that it's sustainable. Now, do I think they're going to rebound 40% of their misses the entire year like they're doing now? That might not be sustainable, but they're going to be right at the top of that. I think the thing that I question whether it's sustainable is whether they can have the most efficient offense in the league, which they have right now, playing essentially without a point guard. Look, I've been really impressed with Amin Thompson and what he's done, but over the course of the year, are they going to be able to sustain that level of efficiency? I think people are going to pressure them more and more. Turnovers have already been a problem. That could continue to be one. And defensively, quite honestly, they're just not as good. Ime Udoka's doing a great job. They're playing a lot more zone even than they did last year. He did go away from the two big lineup as a starting lineup. He didn't like it the first couple of games. He put Steven Adams back on the bench, but he plays a lot of time with Şengün with Adams and even Şengün with Clint Capella. So I'm really looking forward to seeing them in person. We have their game Friday night in San Antonio, which I think is a real interesting game. San Antonio being one of the early season surprises. So I think Houston's a team. Look, we can talk about all the contenders in the West, and this is, at least at the start of the year, has been what I've expected. There's a lot of really good teams in the West. It's going to be a huge battle, and there's no one right now who's shown me that they're ready to challenge Oklahoma City.
Stan, how ridiculous is Wembanyama?
Wow. I mean, we've never seen anyone like Victor Wembanyama. First of all, there's just not very many people at his size that have ever played. I mean, in a league full of big people for a long time, there's very few people at his size. And then when you add in the skill, it's incredible. And I like a couple of things on what they've done with him. I think Mitch Johnson's done a very, very good job. And I think Wembanyama's made some good adjustments. He's taken far fewer threes, fewer than half as many threes as he took last year. And look, he's not a bad three-point shooter. And so you certainly want that element in his game. But I just know if you're coaching against him, every time the 7'5" guy plays at 24 feet, 25 feet from the basket, I'm happy. Because when he's around the rim at either end of the floor, there's nothing you can do with him. And he's around the rim a lot more. And what Mitch Johnson has done is when they get to their half-court offense, and they're one of the slowest paced teams in the league, is they're playing him at the elbow a lot, which means he can get to the rim easily in one dribble, but he's not starting behind the line. Like, most of the teams now, you see those centers starting out high behind the three-point line. He does some of that, but in large part in their half-court offense, he's down at the elbow. So he's not in the position starting out initially to just catch and shoot the three. He's thinking attack the rim. That has really helped him, and that's just the offensive end of the floor. Defensively, he's dominant. In a strange sort of way, though, their defense is going to have to get better. I think they lean on him a little too much. And I'm not talking about the coaching staff. I'm talking about the players. They lean on him a little too much, and I don't think they take enough responsibility individually on the perimeter guarding the ball because they just count on him to clean everything up. I think they're going to have to get better in that area.
Did you like how the Suns try to approach it? I think they had a guy at the nail at all times, and then as soon as the help would come from the post feed, the guy at the nail would rotate over, and then the guy on the weak side, and they just kept going in a circle. And it seemed to really stymie Wembanyama a little bit in terms of just not knowing where the help was coming from.
Yeah, a little bit. I thought actually that it was great defensive strategy by Phoenix because you have to center your strategy on Wembanyama. And I think two things, though. I think number one, with all the rotating Phoenix was going to do, I'm not sure there's that many teams right now that will play as hard consistently as Phoenix does. Jordan Ott's done a great job instilling that. They've only won 3 games, but look, that team plays exceptionally hard. I mean, I think a lot of teams, if you same strategy with not that level of intensity and effort, you're not going to get the job done. Your rotations are going to be too late. And then the second thing is, I thought Wembanyama made really good decisions. I don't think he forced the issue. I thought he found the right people. Let's remember right now, San Antonio is really banged up. They're out a lot of people. They lost Dylan Harper in that game for a while. They haven't had Fox. They haven't had Sohan. They haven't had Kelly Olynyk. They're down a lot of people, and they didn't shoot the ball well that game. I actually thought they handled it pretty well, but you got to make shots. But that's exactly how I would approach San Antonio. You got to try to take Wembanyama out and make some of those other people beat you. It was a great job by the Suns.
Quick update for everybody. Chris has disappeared. He's been gone for a while.
69 Nuggets. He needs
one more to hit 70.
Pass our sniff test.
But I've been watching the cameras on the monitors, and they show us all the different shots of the office, and I haven't seen him anywhere. Does anybody know where Chris Cody is? Is he alive?
I think we all know where he is. We just, I don't know which bathroom he's in, but he's in one of them.
Zagacki. Yeah. Stan nailed it. I just got an update in the chat.
Oh,
got the chat?
In that chat. Oh. Just for a guest pass. I got a little tired of the chat, but I got added in today to see what this did to our boy. He's presently hovering over the porcelain god.
Yeah, you don't want that sniff test.
Yeah, I was going to say, I would think that would have been a pretty easy one to predict.
But do we feel that the evacuation now opens the door back up for the 99?
99? Well,
absolutely.
Great question.
That's Stan. That's the ruling on the field, right?
Absolutely. It's created space. That's what you need. You need space. And he's created this. He's creating the space as we speak. Look, this may have been planned by Chris. He's a smart guy. This might have been all part of the strategy right here, to fill up, get 69 of them down. All right, I don't have any more space. I got to create space. And then we're on to the next 30.
Stan, we know you love baseball. Did you enjoy that World Series?
Not just the World Series, the entire baseball playoffs. I can't remember a better year in my entire life. I mean, incredible extra inning games. The Dodgers brought back starting pitching. Who knew? Who knew that starters could go more than 4 innings in a postseason game? And we just had great baseball all along the way. I mean, the drama of the baseball playoffs was beyond anything I had ever seen. I'm sorry it's over. It's one of those you didn't want to end. And what a fitting way to end it. Game 7. 11 innings. Miguel Rojas, of all people, sending the thing to extra innings. I mean, it was just unbelievable. Like, I loved every minute of it, and I hated any time I couldn't see one of the games on TV. He's back!
Oh, there he is.
Wow.
He's stumbling in now. Chris, how'd it go?
A
little thumbs up.
Thumbs up from Chris. He looks sweaty, but he looks relieved. There's a pep in his step, dare I say. Chris, look at it. So, Chris, we were talking about this. Now that you've created some cap space,
how'd you know?
Well, Stan assumed.
Stan called it, actually.
Yes.
And then Mike
SVT
confirmed
was all over it
via the chat.
But as you know, this is a game of real estate acquisition.
Yeah. You got some cap space now, so you going to go out from some whales? Can we get to 99?
I feel a lot better about this last one than I did 5 minutes ago.
No.
We got to get to 99.
Yeah,
99.
I think
I think we're out.
I think you're lying.
I think people thought I was
There's
stopping.
a 30 count of grilled nuggets out there that I can get you.
Yeah, the grilled ones.
Hey, you know what, Tony? Go get the grilled nuggets.
sure.
Yeah,
Chris,
that's just not happening.
come on, man.
What?
No, Chris, listen.
What, Stan?
I'm with you, Chris. I'm with you taste-wise. The grilled ones don't match up, but space-wise and your ability to eat a lot of them, I think grilled's the way to go now.
Thanks, Stan.
That's coaching, man.
You just got coached up by one of the best.
A1 coaching.
I need your support.
And I have it.
Stan, Springer was safe at the plate, wasn't he?
No,
You know what? That wasn't. What a great. No, I think they had him. And listen, as we know from all these replays, you need conclusive evidence.
and they had it.
They didn't.
And the call in the field. I don't think they did.
Thank
I
you.
don't think
Thank
they
you,
had
Stan.
conclusive evidence.
Thank you.
No,
So-
he's saying I don't think they had conclusive evidence
To overturn.
it.
Yeah.
And
He's
what we're
right.
saying is they'd be closer to having conclusive
No.
evidence to confirm it.
There was no
than
conclusive
any
evidence.
sort of evidence that would tell you it wasn't the right
You guys
call.
don't understand 3 dimensions. That's all.
No, well, I'm with you. I thought he was out. A lot of people thought he was safe, and I get that. Whatever call was made on the field was going to stand. There was no way they were going to have enough conclusive evidence to overturn whichever way the call was made. What was amazing on that play to me was I thought Rojas was going to fall down.
Yeah.
And to get up and make that play after hitting the home run, it's one of the things about baseball to me that makes it such a great game to watch in dramatic moments is because you have a line, like literally everybody's part of it. Everybody plays. Like it's not like basketball where I can go stand a guy in each corner and Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, whoever make all the actual plays. Baseball, I don't care. You're the biggest star in the game. You're Shohei Ohtani. You hit once out of every 9 times. You don't have any control over where the other team hits the ball. Anybody could have to make a play. And so you get more probably unexpected, unlikely heroes than you do in any other game.
Coach, you sound more excited to talk about baseball than even basketball. And I'm wondering now with the new world of baseball where so much of everything is dictated by, the front office and numbers, you have the leadership skills. Do you think you could be an MLB manager, and should we be trying to find you a spot in the big leagues?
You know what? I would absolutely love that, but no, I don't know enough at all. I'm a fan, period.
How about single A? Stan, if I thought we could do
tried
single A.
very hard
Texas
years
League.
Get to
ago.
Jupiter.
When my friend Freddie Gonzalez got the Marlins job years ago, I angled hard to be the bullpen coach.
Wow.
He said, but you don't know anything about pitching. And I said, no, but I can answer the phone and I can ask the guy if he's ready. And he says he is, and I even offered to make like the dinner reservations at night, but inexplicably, Freddie decided to go with someone who actually knew baseball and knew pitching. I didn't understand it, but that was I thought my best shot at breaking into the major leagues.
I just love the idea of Stan answering the call. You ready? Yeah, he could go.
In a baseball uniform.
In the baseball.
Stan, I know you've imagined what your pitching change would be like when you walk out. Are you tapping the right wrist? Are you just holding up the right arm? What would be your pitching change?
You know what? I hadn't thought of that, but that's a good question.
I think I'm a wrist tapper. I'm
think
tapping
the
the
wrist
wrist.
tap. I think the wrist tap is more dramatic.
Sometimes they try to be cute with it and just throw up the right hand. No, I'm tapping that wrist.
Yeah, I think you're right on that. I hadn't thought about it, but I'd go with you on that one.
There's also
Chris.
the finger point. There's also just the simple, 2 fingers out. So you don't need the wrist tap.
Yeah.
You don't need hey, I'm throwing. You just need the, hey.
Yeah,
Well,
no.
especially if you've only got one guy warming up.
Right.
Because then
That's
you
true.
know who's coming in.
Exactly.
Now, Stan, if you were the bullpen coach and there's a fight, when the bench is clear, the bullpen, the
Gotta run
relief
in.
pitchers, they all run from the outfield. Would you run with them?
I don't run. I might walk with them. I don't run. I love what John Smoltz said on the broadcast. He said it was one of the most senseless things in the sport when the bullpens
It's my favorite.
empty and come in.
I love it.
I just take
By
a
the
couple.
time
Yeah.
they get there, it's over.
You take a couple steps out of the bullpen. Just let them know that they have your support. Just a couple steps out of the bullpen.
Stay strong.
Come on. Have we ever seen, I'm sure we have at some point, but I've never seen a guy from the bullpen come in and actually get in the middle of a fight
Right.
and do anything. I mean, they all come running in because it's one of those old-time unwritten baseball rules that, you know, hey, if there's something, everybody's got to come in. But, you know, in this day and age, nothing happens, and those guys just end up getting a little running in.
I need your support.
You get a little Jeff Teague action where it's like, I'm running out there, but I don't really want to be there.
Oh, hey, we see that in the NBA all the time. I always say there's the guys who they wait to do all their talking until their teammates are in the middle holding them back. Then they're brave as heck. But they're always walking backwards while they're talking. They're always walking backwards. There's a few guys, I will say, like the Morris brothers. Those guys are taking a step forward. I had Marcus for a while. Marcus wanted it. Like, you want to go? Let's go. You know, there were guys, Quentin Richardson was never like really looking to start anything, but he was not a guy backing up either. Keith Askins, never a guy backing up. Like, if you want to go, I'm more than willing to go. But there aren't many of those guys. Most of them want to talk tough, and they don't want any part of it, nor should they, to be honest. It's just not worth it for what it costs your team. So I'm not being negative about it. I'm just saying there's a lot of posturing with guys who really don't have any intention of fighting.
Here we go, Stan. Number 70.
Down the hatch.
Chris Cote.
Oh, you got it.
This
You got it easy, Chris.
I hated about 80% of this. First 20% we were cooking. Hated the last
80%? No.
The last 2 hours I've hated. The first hour, the first 24, when I popped them like
28 in those
like
first 36
Skittles.
minutes.
I ate them like Skittles in the first hour.
Well, here's the thing. We got to go. You guys got to run a poll. You got to get the over-under on after this experience.
Oh, boy.
When Chris will eat nuggets again in his life.
That's-
like, how long will it take before he can have another nugget? What's the over-under on
I
it?
actually used that as it made me feel better because last night my wife and my mom were texting me like and telling me like, hey, no, this is not safe. I don't want you doing this. And I said, I actually think in the next year, this will be one of my lowest overall nugget years because I'm just not going to eat them again for 2 years. Whereas if I would have done 8 per week, let's do
A
that
low
math.
cumulative score.
Yeah. Low aggregate nugget year.
Exactly.
Here we go. Number
All right,
70.
number 70 down the hatch.
Yep, there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Good for you.
That's a C, ladies and gentlemen. That is a C student.
Yeah, you got through it.
Good for you.
Happy to have a C.
The Widowmaker would
I
be
am-
proud.
Walking out with that report card held high.
Stan, thanks so much for joining us.
Thanks, Stan.
We appreciate
Absolutely, guys. Always great to talk to you.
Love you, Stan.
Okay. Bye, guys.
You didn't get one back. Sucks when that happens.
Love you. Okay.
Zaz has been doing that to
Zaz,
people in the
what's up
office
with
too,
that,
man.
man?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
it. People say they love you, and you ain't saying I love you back.
You say all right.
Yeah, all right.
You think you're a player?
I mean, you think I just hand out "I love yous" like candy?
Is there anyone in this office you do love?
My love is no joke.
Thanks for answering the question.
The question is,
I think I did answer the question.
What about Dan?
let's go to the useless sound montage every week. Bunch of crap comes out of the speakers. Let's go.
There, that's my guy right there.
That's the National Football League, man. You get one shot about every 7 days.
That's a funny league.
You don't apologize for winning in this league. It's too hard week in and week out, especially on the road.
They had a great plan, and they have great players, and they made a lot of plays today.
This isn't a game where we're discouraged.
Got to find a way to move the chains on third down and maintain possessions, and we got to find a way to get off the grass. It was part of the keys to victory today.
You know, it was attitude, it was aggression and violence at the end of it.
We did everything we needed to do to lose that game.
He called his number.
We still in it. We still got a lot of games to go.
I like the way the guys absorbed it, smiled in the face of it, and prepared and waited for the next opportunity.
I about blew a hamstring out.
We'll put a positive spin on that. How's that for you, Gary? Don't ask me about the field goal operation.
The bottom line is you have to cross your T's and dot your I's in the National Football League, or you get made pay. So
We've had great moments, we've had bad moments.
And everybody's been trying to get us to lose confidence in him. I know that for sure. And we have never lost confidence in him.
Just comes down to the fundamentals and basics of football.
When you don't play well in all three phases, that falls on the head coach. That's me.
Whenever I'm clapping, that means I want the ball.
I think it was obvious in the first half that, our team could play.
Here's what I know is he threw some touchdowns. He didn't throw any interceptions.
He was throwing up all night.
He functioned so well, and he anticipated. He operated quickly.
You stand there, you preach it, you talk it, and it freaking happens to us, and you get hit square in the face.
It's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes in this business.
End of the half, we take a nap.
I think really the last 2 weeks has been a good example of, a lot of our practice preparation, practice performance equaling game reality.
$1 million question there.
I got to clean some stuff up.
We're off a little bit here on this play. We're off a little bit there on that play.
A good enjoyment for the appropriate urgency and that balance of enjoying it.
Unbelievable finish, and it took all 3 phases.
Isaac Seumalo's got a pack.
With the Ravens fans, it maybe got a little muffled.
I like the fact that we're getting better.
If you are winning football but not scoring points and turning it over, and you're eventually it's hard to just beat teams for 4 quarters.
This guy got on the moving train, man, and played a lot of defense for us today.
Pretty heartfelt conversation in there after the game, and after that conversation, I feel like guys are going to go away. They're going to do what they need to do, but when we come back on Monday, we're ready to work.
French toast, please. Every time he talks, that's all I hear. Shout out to Tomlin. That's a great one, huh? There's a fine line between drinking wine and squashing grapes.
It's true.
That's a bar.
In this league, there's a fine difference between that.
He's been around for a long time. We haven't heard that cliche yet.
Yeah. That's a new
one. Can teach an old dog new tricks.
New material, man.
I'm really hopeful we get to hear that the next 7 weeks.
He just keeps bringing it up.
That's how he rolls.
So sometimes you get these old cliches, and everyone thinks, "Oh, I know what that means," and then you hear someone talk, and you realize, I don't think they know what this means.
You mean like the gray line earlier that Chris Cody espoused?
I was talking about a gray area and a blurred line, and I said a gray line.
20 milligrams.
You know what I meant.
Yeah, and yes, PEDs over here.
You proud of yourself?
I feel like I got a good show today.
So Tucker Kraft mentioned it in the weekend observations the other day. It came out. He tore his ACL. He's out for the year, right? ACL, it's a bummer. It's not the end of the world, right?
It's a bummer because I like watching him play.
Yeah.
They don't have a good replacement for him.
Not the end of the world, meaning like he's not going to die.
Yeah, and he'll play again.
I'm okay. I'm a little sad I don't get to watch him.
Like, is
I'll
that
be
someone
all right.
you would say prayers up to?
Yeah.
For an injury, for the recovery.
Yeah. If I have the option to give prayers up or not, I'll say prayers up.
Here's something that you wouldn't probably say about Tucker Kraft from his teammate.
Just on, one of our captains or even just your worst enemy. I don't wish that on any man. And, Tucker is in a better place. But, again, you just got to... Next question, please.
He had nothing at the end.
Do you think he realized what he'd done, and that's why he said next question?
Can we leave open to interpretation the fact that maybe he was told Tucker died?
Sure. Juju, can you put it on the poll, please? Can you say someone's in a better place if they haven't actually died?
Like, what would be the place that you would say, yeah, he's in a better place?
Malibu.
Billy.
I actually heard from him recently, so I know he's not.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Is he in a better place?
I don't know.
Do you think anyone's ever died and then when someone was talking about it, they said he's in a much worse place?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yesterday.
Were you not watching some of the takes flying yesterday on social media, given the former vice president?
What'd they say?
That's my gimmick.
Prayers up. Heaven gained an angel.
That's the opposite. That's the opposite of that.
Hell gained a demon? Is that?
Yeah.
We're doing complete
Easy.
opposite.
He was a believer.
He said he's in a better. What do you think he thought that meant? That's
Maybe
like
he was in
mentally.
football cliche mode, and he didn't have the right cliche for when someone just tore an ACL.
He's got to
And
mean
is
that
alive.
like he was really upset and now he's doing better.
He's in a better place to be.
like
The
it's a
tell
better-
was like, next question.
The tell actually is when he's about to say what he's about to say, which is a better place. He kind of like licks his lips, but it's very dry. It's like a dry thing. He's like, I got nothing here. Where am I gonna go?
He got caught in the air.
If we
It's one
replay
of
it, you'll
those-
hear
yeah,
it.
Yeah, do that again, and then just imagine someone going, "How's Dan?" afterwards.
He's in a better place. California. Oh my gosh. What a show we've had.
Speaking of
today.
California, Tony, who's your favorite OC?
Yo, you know about the show, The OC? I love that show.
Good show. Adam Brody.
Phantom Planet. Great. You know who's the drummer in that band?
Is that the OC?
Jason Schwartzman.
Really?
That's it. California, here we come. That's the OC.
Yeah,
right?
Phantom Planet.
California, here we come. Right back where we started from.
You know about
Pretty
Misha
good
Barton?
limited fake.
Misha Barton.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was a big fan. Except for when she puked under the table in The Sixth Sense. That scared me.
That's right.
It scared me.
You know, I knew about The Sixth Sense. 10 minutes into the movie, I was like, Bruce Willis is dead.
I don't believe it.
I know you only watch
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler.
Jeez.
I know you only watch poorly rated movies, but you see the Kim Kardashian Ryan Murphy show has a 0 on Rotten Tomatoes.
I saw it's getting terrible.
I've seen some clips. And I'm
She's
like,
a lawyer?
I might be in.
She's like the head of the firm.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
That's right. Glenn Close is supporting Kim Kardashian.
God damn it, man.
File.
That's horse.
Chris, how do you feel?
Like shit.
Can you believe it, folks? We're already halfway through the football season. For many, it's been a frustrating football season, especially those who are fans of the pro team down here. But for others, you have that away trip that was really special. You celebrated, you commiserated, and hopefully you did it all with Miller Lite. That's right, because Miller time makes football time a special time. Game days, they just hit different with a Miller Lite in your hand. From jaw-dropping touchdowns to fantasy heartbreaks, it's the beer that is there for every moment. 50 years of great taste, simple ingredients, and that iconic golden color you can spot from across the room. And here's the kicker, folks. It's just 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. The original light beer since 1975 and still hitting different 5 decades later. So whatever your game day experience looks like, remember, Miller time is always a good time. Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/Dan to find delivery options near you, or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that sells beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin, 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces.
I feel like shit.
Against the spread.
Against the Spread is presented by DraftKings. DraftKings, the crown is yours. Go ahead, Mike.
Hey, give me that spread. I've been talking about this Iowa-Oregon game all week long. Now, I locked in at 6.5. It's now down to 4.5. Don't like it as much, but you know what? We still put a little sprinkle on the money line on the Hawkeyes. I like Iowa here. Against the spread.
How's he still eating?
Tony.
Eating a massive pizza. It's the biggest pizza I've ever seen in my life.
Here, I'm going to close the box. What are you talking about?
Okay.
This thing's small.
Man, you're like disgusting today.
All right, tonight in the association, a fun game out in Denver. Heat and Nuggets.
Hell yeah.
Very exciting game. You going to stay up for that game? You see everything. When you stay up for that game or not?
I do see everything. 9 o'clock start.
9:30, I think.
I think it's 9. You're trying to get me to tune in late. That's not going to work. That means the game would end at 11:30. I think I'm going to stay up. I think I got it in me.
You got what in you?
I feel it.
It's
Hey, yo. Okay, I'm going to take your Miami Heat plus 9.5 up in Denver.
hell yeah.
Altitude.
Altitude, I know it's going to be a lot. I know they've been having a lot of late games. I know that they've been playing a lot of good games.
The biggest box of pizza.
But I trust in Spo. I trust in the Heat. Give me the plus 9.
Get one of those.
That's against the spread.
This one?
More Nuggets tonight, huh?
Brought to you by DraftKings.
So over Nuggets.
Crown is yours.
Hey, give me that spread.
Hey, Juju. What's up, man? How surprised are you that Chris Cody either A, didn't get to 99 or did get to 70?
70 is
70's
What's more
pretty
impressive?
good.
Bruh, I'm kind of surprised my boy didn't scarf down 250 because we all got an imagination when we are, you know what I mean, intoxicated or having a great night. Man, I bet you I could do that. And I thought my boy could do more than 70. Ain't gonna lie.
You'll have another slice of pizza, Chris. You haven't eaten in a couple minutes.
This shit is not easy, Juju. I was cooking for like the first 30, and then I was like,
It was crazy though to see you get the baked Chick-fil-A wings. That's a crazy choice. But hey,
Brad.
Yeah, man. The baked, I'd rather do whatever with the. You all right there, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
That was loud.
Oh, all right. I hit the call button. Sorry,
It
dog.
didn't work.
Sorry, dog.
That second mic in the room.
Sorry, dog.
Really did you in. Look, Stan Van Gundy thought he could do more. I thought he could do more, especially after he emptied out the tank. I thought he could got at least to 80. But,
I think I did well.
Juju, what caught your eye from NFL trade deadline?
Man, salute to everybody. The Buffalo Bills, my goodness gracious. Like, we believe in ourselves a little too much for my liking. But the Jets trading Sauce away for 2 first-round picks. Bro, I think the Jets got fleeced yet again.
What?
Like, not necessarily fleeced, but like, what are we doing if you the Jets? Salute, I understand the move. No, as a matter of fact, I don't understand the move. I'm looking at Chris and I got distracted. But yeah, bro, I don't understand it because if you draft a first-round pick, what you hope that player turns into is Sauce Gardner, no matter who you draft. And we're not talking about the Indiana Colts, your mom and pop's Indiana Colts. Mm-hmm. These Colts are good. That draft pick might be number 27, 28. Mm-hmm. You feel me? And so I don't think that that's a good trade. And on top of that, what good is some draft picks when you got idiots doing the drafting?
That's a good
They
point.
had the top draft pick. They could have had everybody they wanted, but they drafted Zach Wilson. So I don't trust them to make this move good. I don't.
I always think about that. If they're awful at drafting, does that make the deal bad? Because anyone else in the common front office, that would be a good deal, we would say.
It's just such an easy win for the Jets front office today to be like, look what we got.
Yeah.
But it's like, you've done this before, and we've seen you screw it up. So it's like, no, this is not, the victory is not yet.
And also, newsflash, Joe Burrow ain't walking through that draft. Justin Jefferson ain't walking through that draft. You feel me? Bo Nix ain't coming through this draft. This draft class is not the one to do this for, in my opinion. Now, they may prove me wrong by drafting somebody that we don't see, but congratulations, you got some more picks. Your pick is like going to be number 1. Your ass. I don't understand it. Salute to the Colts, though, getting better. And little sister Ursay got to know.
Would you say the Jets are the joker of the day?
Oh yes, they most definitely they get a piece of this pie, like on the old Nickelodeon show. They get a piece of the pie. But I got 2 more jokers of the day. Mm-hmm. First of all, UMass football playing the game last night. They were getting drugged. I think they were getting beat like 35-2 or something like that. But one of their defensive backs got a taunting penalty and got kicked out of the game. Look at the score. Come on now.
34 to 10. How is he taunting?
Exactly. Sent him right where he needed to be, to the locker room. Joker of the day. Also taking a piece of that, Dylan Brooks. My goodness, my brother.
We didn't even play, did you?
Right. In street clothes, a technical foul during crunch time. They was trying to come back. The Suns, they were still down 10. His homeboy had to be like, nah, bro, he was talking to me. That's a good homeboy.
That's a great teammate.
Right. The referee said, no, he wasn't. Technical foul in street clothes. Joker of the day goes to you too, my brother.
Awesome. We haven't done this today, Zaz.
What?
You guys got to do an MVP check-in.
Yeah, yes, there we go. I need the MVP update from my brother Zaslow, man, because it's been a long week since we had that last update.
To me, the MVP was Chris. I mean, come on.
Hey.
MVP of the day.
If we're talking about the MVP in the NBA so far this year, better have a conversation about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. 8-0 the Oklahoma City Thunder. He had 30 last night, 30 points, 12 assists. You know about them Thunder?
I know about them Thunder.
All I'm saying is, if we're going to talk MVP, better be talking about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I heard this, I think it was on the broadcast. He's got 80 consecutive games of 20 or more points.
20 more, excuse me.
Isn't that at home?
No,
overall.
In every game, the last 80 games, he's had more than 20
That's
points.
why we got to have a conversation about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
I don't think we have to have a conversation.
He's in the conversation bar. And he's got
the biggest section.
He's got a section. He's inviting people. It's
bottle service.
Definitely. Bottle service is already.
They're bringing him stuff.
He doesn't even have to ask.
Yeah. That's why I'm saying we got to have a conversation.
We got to talk about Tyrese Maxey.
Okay.
Juju,
that's mine.
Who else you got in the conversation bar with us?
I mean, Victor Wembanyama, man, like his bad games are considered bad, but they're not bad games. I think he's gonna be this year's MVP.
I'm gonna talk about Pelle Larsson.
Okay.
SGA doesn't have 9 in a full game.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a good
I
point.
didn't like that. I didn't like that stat line.
Mike, how's that Jaime Jaquez hot sauce?
Shout out Heat Subculture.
Yeah, Heat Subculture, my guy.
MVP of the day.
Juju, you got a top 5 list for us?
Oh yeah. that song right there, hey, we might need to put that on iTunes. I don't know. I was feeling that one. Yeah, man. With the East Coast, West Coast beef going on between YouTube,
That's still
TV,
going on, East and West Coast?
right?
YouTube and Disney.
And Disney. It made me think because ESPN, guess what? I ain't paying for that shit. So it made me think of a top 5. I'm paying for that shit though. List.
Okay.
That's great.
Any OLIs, Juju?
No OLIs, just straight gas.
Okay, here we go. Number 5.
Number 5, Delta Comfort Plus. No matter what, bro. I'm paying for that shit because I'm 6'2" and 235 now. Them seats don't hit the same when we need that shoulder armrest, and then you got some brother sitting next to you in the middle.
Same,
and he
dude.
think he gonna take the armrest because he's in the middle. My body don't work like that. I need the Comfort Plus.
I'll tell you, man, I don't have a problem. I think the middle person deserves the armrest, but here's my issue. You getting the armrest rest does not mean that your elbow and your shoulder is on my side. You know
There
what I'm
we go.
saying?
No.
That's
Yes,
the
sir.
part that
Can't
bothers
break the
me.
plane. You can't break the plane.
Right. That's the part that bothers me.
But you need both armrests.
Preach.
Come on.
You do,
Yeah, you
but
can
but you don't break the
Yeah,
plane.
you have an
Yeah.
invisible line.
Yeah.
Like the technology that you're looking for on the replay at home plate.
Exactly. 3-dimensional.
Yeah, Zaz hit it right on the head. You can have the armrest, bro, but I still
Yeah.
need space, big
Come on.
brother.
Come on, son.
Number 4.
Number 4, if I'm at the fast food spot and I want the sandwich and I want the fries, go ahead and make it a combo, man. I'm paying.
Gotta get that drink.
Love that.
The
Right.
drink is free at that point. That's all
Right,
that's happening.
basically.
You add the fries
bottled
and
water.
the sandwich, the drink is free. Number 3, Juju.
Mhm. Number 3, commercial-free Hulu. I'm paying for that shit.
You lost me there, brother. I will watch all the ads as long as I get my free Hulu along with my Spotify Premium that I had that deal for like
Old
10
ass
years.
man.
now.
10
Oh,
years,
my
be like 20
God.
now.
I'm grandfathered in for life. I'm never,
Legacy.
That's
I'll
one
watch,
way to stick it to Disney.
Yeah, watch all them ads. Paying Spotify.
Right. Number 2, Uber Eats priority.
Oh no, that's a racket. You know, if they actually were faster, I'd pay for it. But then I look at it, it's like 5 minutes. It's like usually it's 15 to 25. Now we'll make it 10 to 20. I'm
And
like,
there's no
no.
guarantee.
Right here. No, Juju's right.
No,
100%.
I don't know how it is where you're at, but priority means it goes straight to your house.
That's right.
And
There we go.
I need to have the piping hot food. I can't.
Yeah.
I get so mad when I say, why are you taking my food to somebody else's house? No, it's just gonna get cold there.
I had
Can't
one
have
of
that.
them robot deliveries the other day. Terrible. Got distracted by construction about 17 times. Awful.
Right.
You ever see the Uber drivers going somewhere else first before
So
your house?
annoying, dude.
And then you
That's
send them
the
a
one.
message, goes, where are you going?
Yeah, I've done it.
I've done that.
That's the worst fear, the worst message to get. Your driver is on the way, but she has a few stops along
This
the way.
mysterious stop. I've paid priority. Why did you make a left there? Why have you been stopped in that one spot for 4 minutes?
So I'm saying.
And the number one thing that I am paying for, no matter what, YouTube TV.
Wow.
West Side.
You picked a side.
But the Saturday slate of football games is so sad without the ABC games.
Wow, Juju. Update us on the polls real quick.
Yes, sir. We had one poll earlier today that I refused to put up because if things go bad, that would be a terrible poll to have.
I
up.
agree with that.
Jeremy was the one that suggested it. Now he's like, what polls are you talking about?
I forgot about it, but I stand behind it. That was a good poll, and I'd like to know how people felt.
Well, the poll was, I'll say it out loud. The poll was, who is going to die today, Chris or Greg?
More likely to die
likely.
today, because
Yeah.
neither of them has to.
We don't need to put the root on my
Still
blood.
no word.
All right.
Right.
Wow,
So
still no
the
word.
first and last poll. Can you say that someone is in a better place if they haven't died? 51% of the audience says no, you cannot.
49% of y'all walking away.
Morbid polls today.
Closer.
Thanks a lot, Juju. It's pizza
Yes,
time
sir.
for us.
Ooh, pizza.
Cowabunga, dude.
Pizza time, pizza time.
I'm coming again, Elizabeth. Oh, Lord.